How does loudness affect sound waves? Imagine standing next to a roaring waterfall or a loud concert. Have you ever wondered what makes some sounds feel so powerful and others barely noticeable? Well, it all comes down to how sound waves behave when they get louder. When a sound is loud, the waves have a bigger vibration, which is called amplitude. Think of it like a jump rope. A bigger swing makes a taller wave, and that's what makes the sound louder. The larger the amplitude, the more energy the wave carries. This energy makes the sound seem more intense and easier for our ears to pick up. Sound waves are vibrations that travel through air or other materials by pushing and pulling air molecules. When a sound is loud, these molecules move back and forth over a wider area. This means the wave has a higher amplitude because the vibrations are bigger. If the sound is quiet, the molecules only move a little, so the wave has a smaller amplitude. This difference in movement is what we perceive as loudness. Loudness is measured in units called decibels. For example, a normal conversation is about 60 decibels, while a whisper is around 30 decibels. When the amplitude of a sound wave doubles, the loudness actually increases by about 4 times. That's because loudness depends on the square of the amplitude, meaning if the wave gets twice as big, the loudness gets 4 times stronger. As sound waves travel away from their source, they spread out and lose energy. This causes the amplitude to decrease, making the sound quieter. That's why sounds get softer as you walk farther from the source. It's also why shouting is louder than whispering, because shouting produces waves with bigger vibrations and more energy. It's important to understand that loudness is different from pitch. Pitch depends on how fast the molecules vibrate, which is called frequency. Loudness depends on how far the molecules move, which is the amplitude. So, a loud sound can have the same pitch as a quiet one if they vibrate at the same speed. Knowing how loudness affects sound waves helps us in everyday life. It explains why loud music can damage hearing because of the high energy in those sound waves. It also helps us understand why shouting is louder than whispering and how sound travels through different environments. In simple terms, loudness makes sound waves bigger and more energetic. This makes the sound more noticeable and easier to hear. The wave's frequency stays the same, but the energy behind the wave changes with loudness. So, next time you hear a loud noise, remember it's all about how big and powerful those sound waves are.